はい、どうも、しまちゃんです。よろしくお願いいたします。Horizon Forbidden West 前回次からやっていきたいと思います。声大丈夫でしょうか？入ってますでしょうか？よし、やっていきましょう。前回ね、デカマンモス。こいつね、トレマータスクを倒して、壁ぶっ壊して、ちょっとお前、兵よこせよ、みたいなね。もうシャレよ、もう挑戦者出すよ、みたいなね。
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Hikaru and Marshal Katalo await you within.
ダールが待ってます。で、そうしたら、その地下にある、
I'll be able to access the chamber below Hikaru's throne.
見せたってもええよなんて言うてたので。話も
Speak to the chief when you're ready.
上と話せか。どこに行った？どこに行った？この奥。
This must lead to the arena. It's another part of the ruins, turned into a fighting ring.
すごっ。
Look at them all. They know a battle is coming.
Regala can try all she likes. We'll crush her.
I hope you're right, Marshal. Aloy, it seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heel. Literally.
Katalo helped.
Yes. Takote reprimanded for all the clan to see. You both served well.
もう一発与えたよ。
But now the cool route is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regala will come for me.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Katalo.
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regala means to assault the cool route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
You will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals. You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the cool route begins, you must see it through.
The grove, the arena, it's all part of the same ancient structure?
Yes. Here the land remembers the sacrifice of the 10. Their deeds commemorated for eternity.
Sacrifice?
The visions tell us that on the ground below, they gave their lives in a fight against machines. We honored them by holding the cool route where they fell.
You called them peacekeepers, but the marshals I met at the embassy were warriors.
Warriors, yes, but more. They renounced the clan that birthed them and pledged themselves to order and peace. They enforce my law. They settle disputes and stand for Tanakh in parley with other tribes. Without them, I cannot rule.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done. There's armor in that chest. Take it. It might prove useful.
マジか。こじ開けななんて。いいんすか。
Good. May it keep you safe.
これで身を守れ。いいんすか。 およ。ごよ。まだでもつけれへんか。テグ。あ、ロックされてるな。ええやん。ええやん。かっこよ。でもこれ、全然育ててないけど大丈夫かな。
The challengers will soon enter the arena. Join Deca at the
作へ。やばいね、みんな。
It's clear Hikaru isn't afraid of
contestants.
Regala.
みんなやる気がすごいな。ああ、この辺いるか。サーメルのシールです。出ないな、この辺。どうしよう。こっちの方が強い気してきたけど。こっちの方が強い気がするけど。回復、防御強化。いや、こっちの方が強いか。いや、こうか。ペルソ撃。いや、こっちの方が育てきってるからな。こっちの方が強い。申し訳ない。せっかくくれたけど。
Take more than courage to prevail.
It's your hand that makes.
Shamefully rude.
で、これをちょっと取っとくと。どうやってる？彼のクリエイターまでスポーツ会場としては最高なんじゃないかと思う。ぜひとも後方で試合を見てみてよ。ただ、ホットドッグスタンドを入れてトイレの数をもっと増やす必要あるけど。それで屋根と空調もまだ正午の暑くてたまって。なるほど。いつの世界、いつの時代のことを書いてる。
Let those.
Your blade. The marshals shall stand again. Your blade be bright.
Mr. Kote, this thug's
Your
of
enemy is
course.
mine.
これが手工店の。
Mr. Kote fixed his ego before coming here.
Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regala, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I'd save my spear for Regala's troops, if I were you.
ね、ごもっとも。ごもっとも。こっち側？ああ、もうそこで待ち構えるってこと？
Okay. Hikaru's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
But we must hold. And look, we are not alone in this fight.
すごい戦が始まりそうやな。俺は上に行かなきゃならんのかな。
Focus on the machines. Take them down. And Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed. Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the cool route from below. But from above...
あ、
Not bad.
いいんすか。
Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours. Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
やろう。
Thunder! The cool route is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood, new leaders. Release the quarry. Challengers, approach.
Yeah.
All who take down a machine shall be named Marshal. Remember the 10. Strike from the air as they did and seize your glory.
かっこいい。上からまあこんな騒ぎ立ててたらどうやな来ました。
Hold them back! Defend the cool route!
あ、気持ちいい気持ちいいこれ。ああ、俺のスクショがアップロードされる。これ
Let no machine through!
あんな闇雲にいたらたま上を狙いたいんです。ここに武器があります。ああ、なるほど。あざっす。やばい。
Take them out!
倒すよ。 このでかいやつ。いろいろ勝手に上がったよ。ちっちゃいのはいいやろ。してくれよ。俺でかいの。でかいのやりますね。外で大騒ぎしてる。中でも大騒ぎしてる。気持ちいい。やばい。
Protect
や
the
ばいやばいやばい
arena!
やばいやばい。アルマジ時計来た。次は
The weapons along the side! Use them!
ああ、みんなを使ってるね。いいよいいよいいよ。さあもう押してくれよ。これ全部
That can't be all of them.
There.
でやばい。
What is that?
I don't know.
あ、もしやコブラみたいなやつじゃん。
Hold the defenses!
Go!
やばい、大会が闘技場。危険。ああ、アウチ。あ、来た。 来た来た来た。またあったな。あうち。やっぱおるやん。スクショしまくってるから。
Get to the weapon! If I can draw that thing close, open fire! Hey! That's right, over here, you big worm! Take this thing down and catch up to Regala. Hopefully the Tanaka will fire a few shots from that ballista.
ちょっと待って。音楽ないけど。こんな手時間。
I'm in position!
Yep.
Let's bring this thing down! It's too close! Lure it away from the ballista!
ナイス。あかんか。
It's too close! Lure it away from the ballista!
そうでしょ。いや、咳込んでるけど。
Lure it away from the ballista!
分かってる。咳込んでる。どこにって言ってた？どこに引きつけるって？あ、そういうこと。まあまあ聞いてる。オッケーオッケー、ナイスナイスナイス。これってクッカーだった？あった。どこ？わっちからこんな無音の、そして俺はここでフォトする。ここでフォトする。ええやん。これでもさ、これ良くない？これいいよね。これで、これ良くない？こんな感じにして、これもありやな。ええやん。カラフル。色の強さ。ロゴ。これよくね？こんぐらい。これでいいんじゃないですか。アップロードできなかった。そう。なぜ？ これいいよね。で、こんな感じにして、これ、いいんじゃないですか。この辺か、この辺で。これいいんじゃないですか。よし。今やってらんの。
Take that, machine! Hold on, champion! We're reloading!
来たら。すげえ音。暗い。ダメージ入ってる。あと一発。よし、倒した。
I hate those things. Regala went after Hikaru and Katalo. I gotta get to them.
どうやってこれ生き方合ってる
Champion! Get to the chief!
Go! Get to the chief!
いいっすか。よっしゃー。
Don't let him up!
Over here!
Yeah. ナイス。あかん、どうする。
Katalo!
およし。あ、無理か。無理か。3対1だが。でもっといるか。逃げる。こいつマジで。
This isn't finished. I'll be back with everything I have. And all who stand with Hikaru will be run red.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
wonders below.
いやー、いいですね。
What was this place? There. That console.
撮る前にいろいろ探し物しといた方がいい。後でもできるかな。とりあえずこれを全部見てよ、スキャンで拾っといて、スキャンで拾っといて、ないよ。
Come on, Ether. Time to go home. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring ether subordinate function to original code.
Got it. Now to get this back
と
to
か
Gaia.
一個一個持っていかなかったね。
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the ten are now clear to us.
牛みんなが真実を知るときか。写し絵はどこ？あ、これか。
Aloy, here. Let's talk.
Let's talk.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
ホワイトハウスじゃない。
That's the one that inspired Chief Hikaru.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
なるほど。これを見て真似てたんや。読長は。みんなで団結するんだって。これで敬礼をみんなが覚えると。なるほど。他者。いい顔してる。もう、俺はもうほんま、これフォトグラファーやから。フォトゲーやから。
Reporting for duty, Commander.
でもこの歌詞って音やっぱ消そうか。
I'm coming with you.
But Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life.
こんなに嬉しい。
It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that?
嫌とは言わせん。
Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours? Should be interesting.
いい顔してる。
All right. I need to get ether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms too. Might be worth checking out.
You are the tip of the...
Could you imagine what it feels like? Charging
The
at
final
an
battle
enemy
with
blade
Regala
in
is
hand?
nigh. I can feel it.
あ、人がいっぱい増えた。
Let the machines fall.
このサブ系の
Blood
あれ
of
だ
the
けちょっと
Ten, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
顔してる。
Well, thanks to you, the chief still lives. And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor. A personal one. My grandson, Cavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No. He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds.
この服欲しいんやけど。
I must search for him. Convince him to come
Exactly.
home. Chief Hikaro cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this.
好きかなんか。
Unless you'd be willing to join me. I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Cavo is the last of my blood.
6円。
What made Cavo join Regala's rebellion?
For some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clans back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Cavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
You said Cavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hikaro, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then their children.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Cavo from following the trail of blood.
そうか。
If Cavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hikaru let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy, and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try. I'll help you
ま
find
あ
your
どうした
grandson,
らいい
if I
の
can.
だね。
Where do we start?
A while back, our scouts reported Cavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts in the hills to the south. His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Cavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
これ先言っといた方がいいよね。先言っとこうか先。まあ、後
I
で
have
も
some
さ
other。things to take care of
ごめん。
first. I can meet you there.
I'll wait for you on the
東
hill
京に
crest
行かな。
southeast of the grove.
すいません。
We'll make our way to the outpost from there.
じゃあ、
Until then,
ちょっと
strike true.
お察ししますゆえ。このレベルがサイドクエストっていうのはちょっと。
I finally earned enough medals from the hunting ground.
これ、サブクエの人ってところ、外か。 こや
There she is. We should ask her. The tribe has asked so much of her already.
いいよ
Champion, I fear we must lean on your strength and generosity again.
お腹にな
Just
ってる
tell it to her straight, Deka. The tribe needs the arena. She's our only hope to getting it open again.
You need the arena? But the cool route's over.
That's true, but we also use the arena to boost the tribe's
まあ
morale.
若い
We use it for training.
若い衆はやっ
Herd
ぱ
in
ね
machines
こう
so
い
our
うとこあるよ
soldiers can
ね
experience the glory of the kill in a controlled setting.
Which, of course, boosts morale. But Chief Hikaru won't let us reopen the arena until the ballista protecting the field is repaired.
We need it in case a machine runs amok, and it was damaged during the cool route. The parts we need aren't easy to find.
I get it. You need me to hunt down some machines and grab the parts.
We'd ask someone else, but every squad in the grove is on alert. But the task is not without compensation, right, Kala?
Of course. Once the arena is open again, I would be honored to invite you to compete. A wide variety of machines will be available.
And I will award you prizes for victory, not just from the arena, but also for medals won at hunting
メダル
grounds.
ね
You'll be able to trade them for some of the tribe's very best gear.
マジで
To fix the ballista, we'll need a sinew from a rollerback, along with some bristleback
さっきの
tusks.
牙
Both kinds of machines have been spotted near a campfire to the southeast. When you're done, bring the parts to me at the maw of the arena, on the northeast side of the grove.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
One more thing. If you're going back into the wilds, I have another duty tied to our soldiers' morale. A regrettable one. Every Tenakth soldier carries a tag carved with their squad symbol. Rebels have been hoarding the tags of the soldiers they kill. You might find such tags at any enemy outpost. If you do, bring them to me. I'll make sure they're returned to the soldier squad mates and loved ones. Having confirmation
Yes.
sometimes soothes their grief. And there are bounties
報
involved,
酬もだ
if
し
that matters to you.
Thank you, champion. And please don't forget the parts for the ballista.
おだてりゃ何でもすると思うなよするけど
Guess I need to head southeast to find that rollerback. I already have enough bristleback tusks on me.
いや俺はメインクエストを先にさせてもらうよこれやね持っていかんにゃならんからここやなここにけんやなおファストトラベルできないあできるんや日々だけじゃなかったんやこれいつもロード癖で待ってまう罰をさなあかんねんなここから入れたっけここんなどうやったっけ忘れたな違うな
Like this?
お
Oh,
ーエレンド
You're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
and my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha. They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Erend, you're all better. And
こ
you're
んなん言
here.
うてたのにな
Well,
嬉し
the
い
world only goes on. If you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training.
やめろ、ここで。
Come along.
イチャイチャすな。
Okay.
俺はエレンドとアーロイのロマンスをすごい期待してるけど、前作同様なかったよね。まあホライゾンはそんなものを求めちゃいかん。
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
なんでしょう。音魂。うずくぜ。
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates.
Okay.
Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old-world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
ペンにも時を超えると SOS って何なのっていう質問になるやんね。1000年前はなかったんかな、この2022年の1000年前、1022年。
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the
なんか
message
一
hoping you
旦
were out
絶
there,
滅してないやったっけ、人類って地球上。
or someone else is trying to get us to go to these
絶滅
coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
ているよ。
That is my conclusion as well.
ゼロドーン計画というか、もうエリザベトがクローンとか作ってなんかしたよね。どうやったかな、忘れたな。
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your
絶滅仕
focus,
掛けたんか。
the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them
どう
then.
なの。 奴らにとって都合は悪いはずなんやけどな、このガイアの復活は。
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Yosh.
Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already.
全部聞いた。あ、これは残った。
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
そうなのか。
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
そんな経緯
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
そんな言ったっけ
I'm glad you chose the latter. Right, I should probably go.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Gaia's seedlings?
Maybe. We'll know for sure when we check it out.
Be careful.
We will.
いや、すごい量じゃない。
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
出やがって。あ、小太郎。
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
すげえ聞くことある。この
You
量。
said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago.
すごいな。
That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light, from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Kulrut by Tekote. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself. Even though he knew perfectly well, I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Kulrut. Dekka, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom, and the awe it must have inspired.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best marshal. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus. It will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes,
How many?
as many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
マジで最後まで
You've
生き
had
残って
some
ほしい
time with the
パターン
team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. I overheard that Varl and Erend are to accompany you on a mission. Do you require my
あ、マ
assistance?
ジで
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base while we're away.
It shall be done.
あ
May the Ten walk with you.
めっちゃいい人、ほんまに。小太郎。なんかできたっけ？まだなんかいるんか。これってそうか。これを持ってこないとオーバーライドできんのかな。この辺まだ詳しく分かってない。では。
Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door.
なんか扉開けてくれたよね。何の部屋？
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe.
これはね。
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. And I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now.
なるほど。ちょっとこの思い出に浸れるって。
This is the rite of passage that Vishav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man.
亡くなったもんな。
I think he was really looking forward to going home.
そういうことか。これストライクちょっと覚えなあかんな、また。これもちっか。バールと話すことで。
Oh, Aloy. Your Karja friend came through. She went to that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
あ、
Uh-huh. There she is.
You ready to head out?
ああ、行きましょう。
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
スキル、あれ知らないんだ。ちょっと、せな。割り当てな。じゃあ写真撮るから。
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
もうや。ああ、こいつ。
Merman.
マジで
What is that?
What the hell?
ああ
Well, that takes the keg.
でも何かを知るきっかけができたのさっきの
Burl,
なんで
see if there's anything over there.
On it.
シールドを壊せるんやな
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Still crunch under my boots.
何人もおるってことかあの時出てきた4人グループだけではなかったと
Whatever the rebels did,
そうやね
it took down her
シールド
shield.
を解除され
But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will.
Hello, Verbena. What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no
Well,
sign
what
of
do
the
you
asset.
think?
Can we
I'll
call
wait
off
here.
this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
終わりかで雪すご雪すご
Forge's bread. What a mess.
いや
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I don't know what this asset is.
資産の回収とは何やっちゃう話やね。敵を感知標的光線危険を守るシステムが低。
Kind of chilly up here.
でこれは
Don't mind if I do.
違う。呼ばれちゃう。次はあいつらか。
Not rebels, Asaram, a Zenith, and a freaky.
取れへん。これ取れへん。
Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
フォーカス使ってるんだ。観測開始。測定終了。自爆開始。50秒の間に。
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon.
シールドを
The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Osram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
That's
a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
大丈夫か？フォーカスの付け方ちょっと怪しいけど。いけんのか。
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
なんかありそうだね。よっ。なんかありそうでない。ないか。よいしょ。はい、行きましょう。先を急ぎましょう。
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
多いな。これもや。ダウンロード開始。
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
武器として使えん。
This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
すごいな。どこまで続いてんだよ。これ、上。ここは開く。
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah. That sounds about
モニ
right.
ターとかあるし。次は下か。もうめっちゃ置いていくで。バール。左はいけない。奥にも行けるが、やっぱりね。上行ける。やべ、調べるとこ多いぞ、これ。オルモン社のなんたらかんたらかんたらといった知らない方が問題となって、使用管理の隔離の短縮に成功。感覚や。ごめん。感覚の短縮に成功。マリカの10年で神経生理学実験の最新結果を期待する。そうだ、インプラントファーストプロタイプ実現が近づいているように思える。一方、チューリヒの仲間たちが病気に関する調査結果が遅れてきた。なんだよ、何をマジで優勝としたの。ソンジャオ。ご存知だと思うが、我々は虚勢を失ってしまった。オデッセイのための、これオデッセイね。はいはい。で、まあ、何せ地球から出て、で、まあ、研究を行って、
I don't think so.
もう一回地球に帰ってきて、なんやかんやって、次はなんや、資産の回収やなんやと。
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. This will be my stash when I need it.
ゼニスほど
So,
の
how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Gaia, Smiths, focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the dawn and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
やつやからな。
The
広すぎ。
control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
バリアの方が技術進んでそうやな。フォーカスってよほどいいものだな。ごめんば。なんもなかったわ。
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
なるほど。ほんまにこういうところよね。今まで見た救難信号 SOS237 警戒を。救難信号。何が欲しいんやろ。どの情報を欲しいやろ。でも237なのかな、もしあれやったら。これ関係ないな。237が欲しい。
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container.
やっぱこれ。236個あるけど237個目が隠された。救難信号。 あ、前いた。あ、
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
Oh.
You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye.
命をかけて。
So she's...
She's still alive.
え、まだ生きてる。
We need to get her back to...
やばいやばいやばいやばい。
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
せやな。マジ重要な鍵握ってる。結局 R 一人で戦うってことか。
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Vara on the clone.
戦いに備える。いやー、補充と、こんな補充しといた方がいい。
Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Yeah, chop. Yoし、俺。Wow, めっちゃ食らうんだけど。
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick.
めっちゃちっこいとこがちゃってんな。スキャンしたいんだ。よくしょ。的ではないと思う。めっちゃ食らうよな。ダメダメダメ。うわ、すごっ。ここここここ けるか。よし。はい。ここ。何かを攻撃をしてくる瞬間が弱点。よっ、剥がれてきたぞ。もう丸見えやからね。よしよしよし、聞いてる聞いてる。さあ
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
次はもうこいつら戦わなあかんのか。もうでも最重要人物は
I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
もう一回倒さな。確保できたからな。エレンの一人で大丈夫かな。この広さ戦いそう。
Aloy!
こっち行ったよ。
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
バールどこ行った？
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
落としてる落としてる。
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out! That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire.
You want a taste of this? Hey. Not fear.
俺は正面から。
Don't you go down on me! Aloy, for you! That's the sweet spot.
違う。おら。
Aloy, can you hit this thing with acid? Stop!
聞いてる。聞いてる。
You're a woman. Sorry, Aloy.
ほら。167。152。
I love this hat.
あの羽の部分。111。
Good. Better.
うわ。
You need some ammo?
よし。なんか使えるか。 あ、よかったよかった。
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
あれをなんか改良できたらな。
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
武器。そうやつ。もう冷めたからな。なんかこれ取れへんのに。
Snow's melting on my clothes. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay. Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! Well, at least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet.
いや、なさそうやな。
I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
So Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
んで
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
どうなの
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned... I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line. I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps. Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
ちょっと強化したい。ちょっと強化したい。
Where'd Katalo go?
こうやって自分の部屋。
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
自分の部屋。あれ、なんか、あれなかったっけ改造する台。なかったんか、ここには。まあ、スキルの振り分けでもして、ちょっと、だいぶダメージあったな。この辺、ここ、緑全部解放しよう。シュレット。瀕死時、攻撃。瀕死時、狙撃。瀕死時防御。ですね。完璧じゃない。これで死ににくい体は作れたな。よし。まあ、てな感じで、この後のストーリーは、だいぶ気になるところではあるけど、この辺で今日の動画は終わりたいと思います。最後にご視聴ありがとうございました。また次回のばあちゃんの世界でお会いいたしましょう。じゃあね。